5.7, correspondence, road signage. Councilor Day?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to refer this to staff for a report on the implementation of this request.
Signage?
Yes.
Okay, second by Councilor Cook.
So I've spoken with Sarah about this already. Good report. We get a report back on it.
Awesome. Councilor Russell, question? Yep.
Friendly timeline.
Next meeting? Okay. Any other questions? All in favor of that? Carried. Thank you. 5.8. Request for support of a proclamation for the Ontario Urban Forest Council. Councilor Elmo?
Well, this is regarding Emerald Ash Borer program, so I mean I would certainly support any kind of proclamation where we can advocate for supports and dollars from both the federal and provincial levels of government. I mean, not that we have no idea what will be forthcoming, I'm sure, but nevertheless we need to try. We've talked about Phragmites here around this table as being an issue, but we have not talked enough about the devastation that the Emerald Ash Borer is causing and will cause throughout this entire community, in particular the south end of the municipality. And I will speak to a couple of little strategies that we're trying to do through CID in new business or in council reports at the end. But you know, it's important to support it. You know, and I think too, when we have our budget sessions, if you recall, we had talked at one time, and staff were moving forward with some type of work with college partnerships and so on. Boy, this is a perfect place where, you know, we could use that kind of support. Whether when we have our budget sessions we can continue advocating for that too. I hope we can. But in the meantime, I move to support the proclamation.
I'll second that.
Second by Councilor
Are
Scott.
you going to send it as they handed it out and just change it in where it needs to be to the shores?
Yeah.
Stop the roll.
Yeah, no, that's just what
Turn it into ours and
okay.
support. Or just send a letter of support.
Proclamation.
Any other questions? All in favor of that? Carried. Thank you. 5.9, correspondence from Drinking Water Source Protection, Maitland Valley, and the draft protection plans. Councilor Russell? Receive and file. Second by Councilor McGuire. Councilor Ullman?
Well, I noted here though that they were looking at some opportunity for feedback by March the 14th. And I don't know, I guess through you to Councillor Laurie, ABCA, do you have any suggestions?
Well, they've already had the one open house, well, two actually. One, I think the one was in Park Hill, and there was a local one. So they've already had that, and they're promoting that ongoing as it goes on. We haven't had the final report yet come back to the ABCA board, which is probably at the next meeting. So, I mean, we can have them come to council and put something forward if we want, or it's whatever the people here would like.
Deputy Mayor Day.
Yeah, subsequent to this motion being called, I'd like to actually present a motion to that asks a representative, probably Kathy Brown, or someone who's in charge of the source water protection to come to council, hopefully in advance of when these our submissions or our input has to be provided to them. Because when I went to that Park Hill meeting and I asked some specifics about Lantern Shores, I learned some things that you don't really find in this information here of how it's going to impact us. Because you would think because we're not a we don't have a water intake within our municipality, we're not going to be seriously impacted. But in pressing a little further, there's evidence, as I mentioned before to council, that because we'll have highly sensitive aquifers and things like that, which they'll want to protect, we could have restrictions placed upon us as well. So it would be very good for them to describe it, and then we can provide our input as far as what kind of concerns we have and restrictions. So once we call the question, I'll make a subsequent motion too.
Councilor Ullman?
guess, and through you to the planner, I mean, at this stage, you know, from your experience, the impacts and the expectations around official plan and planning documents, how is this going to impact Patty?
Well, I had a conversation actually with Jeff Cade at the ABCA this morning about all of the information that's being put out, and they're actually setting up another meeting for the people that sat on the panel to go over what's been produced. And his comments to me were basically a lot of what they've produced to date have to do with wellheads, and we don't have any wellheads in the municipality. So the impact on us is very minimalized as far, because most of what they're projecting here is protection of wellheads and around areas where wellheads are. We don't take any of our drinking water from wellheads, so that's their primary focus at this point with this. And so he suggested it's not very impactful to Lambton Shores, it's far more impactful to the other communities that are north of us that take their drinking water from other sources than lake. And yes, our OP is dealing with intake areas and all of that also, that's correct.
Okay. Motion is to receive, Council Weston.
Say that's for this criteria because we found
Yep.
that
We want to have it that way. All in favor of receiving file with information? Carried. Thank you. Deputy Mayor Day?
So I'll make a motion that we invite Kathy Brown as a representative of the Source Water Protection Committee to come to council, preferably in advance of the deadline for signatures.
Council Russell?
I'll second that if we can, something too specific to us. In other words, instead of doing a generic thing, you know, let's take Kathy's time and make it important to us instead of this generic thing. When I read all this is great stuff, a lot of language here, but there's going to be the final product. How's that going to affect us? And I think the planner just said it's going to be minimal in terms of the wellhead and that, but there are going to be provisions. She may say to us that these are the provisions that we need, but then she can spend her time telling us that instead of, just,
Absolutely.
if we tell her that in advance, then we'll get very much more productive, be focused.
Yeah, specific to us.
Yes, so I'll just add that customized to Lambton Shores specifically.
Okay. All in favor of that? Carried. 5.10, correspondence from Lambton Shores Nature Trails, request for a hall rental fee to hold the dam. Dr. Bonsky?
I'll speak to this, Your Worship. It's, this group has really taken off, as you know, and the issue I guess we're going to talk about tonight is how we accommodate some of the groups who are trying to help us in terms of waiving fees and clerical support and that type of thing. So this particular dance will involve not just perhaps a fee waiver, but also approval from us in terms of alcohol use. And they're well aware of the alcohol policy. They've been provided with the alcohol policy for Lambton Shores. They're aware of that. They're aware of the insurance requirements. All of their bar staff will be smart served. The issue here is, do we waive the fee for the night because it is a fundraiser for them, and the work they are doing goes directly into our rec and leisure master plan goals and objectives, and do we give it our go-ahead and provide whatever support we can in terms of advertising and that.
Are you making that a motion?
I'll make that a motion.
Councilor Owens? Seconded. We waive the fee.
That's the 350.
Questions? Councilor Scott?
Just a statement. I was at their meeting the last time, and I think the thing that's really positive here is we've told the groups that we can only support them with so much dollars, and we were having that discussion later with our grants. So it's really good to see a group take hold of something and use their own initiative to move forward and do some fundraising to help. There's